If the Cavebot is able to paint dreamscape, does that make it a lucid dreamer? Able to slip in and out of veil of consciousness? It seems to be aware of its surroundings. It's able to direct its action freely and uninterrupted. And watching it is certainly stimulating. So just to press this thought experiment as far as I can. If cavebots are biomorphic life forms, because we've granted that they're able to express themselves, interact with the world around them without pre-calculated directives. The wild beasts intuitively ride color, unifying the senses of conscious and subconscious. And as they're able to communicate this through one of the great humanities, specifically painting, does this qualify them as artificially intelligent? Goals of AI include intelligence demonstrated by a machine, that it can mimic cognitive functions, and that it's able to move and manipulate objects. Tick, tick, tick. I really love getting a good laugh out of art history. So let this be a lesson, kids. Not all of it's boring. I suppose my Cavebot painting goals would include continuing to scale up the size of the paintings, probably doing some on paper to save materials and size because I'm going to be traveling. I'd like to continue to share making Cavebot robots with people and giving them out to new friends and old friends. I have so much to learn about lighting the paintings. I'd like to switch from the AA batteries to a rechargeable phone battery, which means I'll have to learn a lot more about resistors and capacitors. As far as like gearing down the electricity to the different LEDs. I'd like to increase the number of LEDs on the paintings and probably mix them up too, using different kinds. That means different voltages, so more to learn about that. And before I even came up with the idea for Cavebot paintings, I had an idea for painting that would light itself. So that, I guess I would have sensors built into it so that as you approached it, it would turn the lights on inside of it, and then after a set amount of time, turn itself back off. I found the Cavebots are able to paint for about 2 hours. They'd probably last a little bit longer if they didn't have the resistance of the paint and you were just playing with them around the house. If you want to use your Cavebot for another painting on another day, I absolutely recommend rinsing it off. If you don't want to take it apart to clean it, what I've done is I've put a bit of t-shirt around the motor to protect it, keep it dry, and then carefully run the bristles under the water in the sink. It's just acrylic paint, so it'll come out pretty easily if it's still wet. As for the legs, they wash off okay, but really if you're going to do another painting, I would recommend starting with new legs. But you got to keep the main body bristles clean too. I suppose if you left the legs long to begin with, you could just trim them down each time. The model number of the replacement battery isn't important. What is that it is 1.5 volts. I've been enjoying Maker Fairs as a guest, a participant, or hands-on demonstrator all over the state of Florida for about 5 or 6 years now. And what's impressed me again and again is how inviting the participants and especially the organizers are in encouraging people to really go for their idea. I'd like to particularly thank the organizer of Miami, who specifically gave me the courage to try my first participation event, and also the lady at Orlando 19, who saw my Cavebot paintings and was so far ahead of me, suggesting the ideas that had become a hands-on demo. And at the time, I couldn't believe her. And yet, here we are, less than a year later, presenting Cavebots virtually across the states. Now it's my turn to pay that forward. To all you viewers, I bet you got some crazy idea fumbling around in your head. I bet you there's something that you secretly love doing. It's time to put those two things together. It's time for you to make that happen. So, are you a maker? Say it. I am a maker. Say it. Now get out there and make it happen.